You're here with Faith Johnson.
What is your major?
My major is criminal justice.
Alexus, and I'm majoring in public health.
Sabrina,
And what is your major?
psychological science.
I'm Allison, and I'm a business major.
My name's Isabella John, and I'm a microbiology and immunology major.
What would you do in an event of a wildfire or other fire on campus?
I would run to the nearest exit and try to leave immediately.
A fire on campus, of course, just like evacuate, leave everything behind. A wildfire, like if I see that we're getting orders to evacuate, make sure I have my stuff, and if it's just a go order, leave your stuff behind and just leave.
I mean, I'd probably first call 911, and then I'd probably get in my car and go away.
If I was in a building, I would exit the building and go to like the safest spot possible, and I would just call for help just in case help hasn't been called yet.
First thing is just try and distance myself from the fire if I can. Like if it's on one side of campus, just leave, get on the other side. And then if I can't, just try and use fire exits and whatever I can just to get out and distance myself from the fire.
What would you do in an event of an active shooter situation on campus?
If you don't know where the shooter is, hide. If you know they're in a farther area, you run, and if you know that they're in your immediate area, you fight.
If I was in a classroom, I would try to listen to the professor, but if that didn't work, or if I wasn't in a place with a professor, I would just try to get the hell out of there as fast as I could.
Obviously, I would look for the nearest exit and leave. And if anyone was trying to come in, I would also tell them to exit as well. And if I couldn't, I would just hide.
I tried to figure out maybe like where the shooter is and then run away.
What would you do in an event of an earthquake on campus?
I would do what I was taught in school. I would go under a desk if I was anywhere near, or I would just, if safe, maybe I would try to exit the building, but I'm not 100% sure.
Do what we were taught in elementary school, basically. Just cover your head, make sure nothing's gonna fall around you.
I mean, I'd probably just do what they teach us to do in like elementary school, like shelter in place and stuff.
Get under a solid structure, and then once it stops, leave.
Are you aware of resources on campus for these emergencies?
No.
Yeah, I am aware of the blue call boxes, especially if, like, being a woman and, like, if I'm walking on campus at night, I'm always aware where they are, but I don't know about the other resources.
Not really. I think I just kind of try to take care of myself and don't really rely on UNR.
I know about the app the university police have, but that's about it.
Since your time being at UNR, have you experienced any drills for any of these emergencies?
I haven't, apart from just, like, the regular fire drills at the dorms.
I had a fire drill when I lived in the dorms last semester.
In my dorm, we've done like fire drills, but I can't think of any other drills like that we've done.
Do you think you and other students would be prepared and know how to act in event of these emergencies?
I do not think we would be prepared or like know how to act, but I think we could figure it out.
I feel like for the shooting ones, definitely just because of how much we've been prepared for it, kind of like throughout our education. Earthquakes, maybe not so much because they're not particularly common here. And then fires, probably not in a university setting. I'm sure when we were back in like primary school and such, yeah, but I don't feel like we're as prepared here.
Not really. I feel like we could probably benefit from getting some more information about those resources.
I feel like when you're like in big crowds and like with big groups of people, there's like chaos that ensues, like regardless. So even though if we did know, or at least some people did, it would just be like very chaotic, you know?
Do you think there's anything the university should be doing to help students prepare better?
I think making people more aware of the resources we do have available, because I don't think there's a lot of knowledge about that.
We can reach a lot of them through just like Instagram posts. So I feel like if we just post stuff like infographics with that kind of information, it'd be like pretty beneficial.
I think honestly maybe just making the resources more accessible and making the students aware of what resources there are.
I feel like they should have like resources like in very like accessible places, like on social media, or like in the social media accounts that like people follow, or just have them like resources available like around like campus and like the major buildings on campus would be nice too.
Okay.